Do it.
Hi, my name is Rachel McDonough, and this is my friend. Hi, I'm Savannah, and we're here at the beautiful Madison Square Garden for the big fight, and you are watching True School Sports.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with thousands of True School Sports and subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, with the Golovkin-Dominic Wade fight coming up, you know, Golovkin obviously being one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, Wade being very unproven, very unknown, very unheralded. I mean, really, the only real footage you'll find of Dominic Wade outside of his own fights, well, you'll find on DC Mike TV. Shout out to DC Mike TV, MJ Boxing. But Dominic Wade, you know, he's a guy who's undefeated. He's like 17-0, 18-0, like 12 knockouts. So undefeated record. It looks good, but when you look at his opponents, I mean, I saw a screenshot. I was on Reddit the other day, and somebody screenshotted his resume. Now, I have never looked at his resume. I've only just seen the screenshot just recently, and you know, we'll look at his last 5 fights. Okay, he fought. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll start with his last 5 fights. His, you know, in January of 2014, he fought Deshaun Johnson. Now, Deshaun Johnson, if you guys don't know, he recently fought upcoming super middleweight prospect Jesse Hart in a fight that was supposed to be a easy fight for Jesse. Jesse had the fight of his life and got knocked to the canvas. So Deshaun Johnson is actually a very, very, very tough journeyman. Very hard to get out of there. Wade won that fight via unanimous decision. He also fought the likes of Marcus Upshaw, another journeyman. He TKO'd him, outboxed Nick Brinson, knocked out another journeyman in Eddie Hunter. Now, the standout fight of his last 5 fights on his resume, and I think this is very telling, would have to be his last fight, which was on June 26th of last year. Now, Dominic Wade, for those of you who have not seen him fight, go look at the fight footage. He likes to, when he's fighting, he likes to fight out of the high guard a lot. He fights out of the high guard, and obviously when you're fighting a guy like Golovkin, I think that sort of style, unless you have the ring IQ, which he might have good boxing IQ, but I don't think he has a boxing IQ to counteract the ring experience Gennady Golovkin has. So when you have a guy who's relatively inexperienced, has struggled in fights with guys you would consider journeymen who are much older than him, it's not a good sign for Dominic Wade. Now, his last fight, he fought Sam Solomon. Sam Solomon, a guy who's a relative gatekeeper. I believe his record is it's right here, 44-12 at the time he fought him. He's fought and lost to the likes of the Anthony Mundines of the world. I believe he fought Ricky Winky Wright in either sometime between 2005 and 2008, and he lost that fight as well. And yeah, man, those are some of the names he got on his resume. I know he beat somebody else, but I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But anyway, Sam Solomon fought Wade. Wade is what, like 20-something, right? He's not that old. He's like 23, 24, I believe. So we're talking about a guy who's 23, 24 at the time he fought Sam Solomon. Sam Solomon's roughly 42, 41 years old. So the age difference is very vast. And, you know, obviously, just because you're 42 doesn't mean you can't fight, but you would think that a guy who's undefeated would have not struggled with a guy like Sam Solomon. Now, Dominic Wade, if you go look at the CompuBox stats, and I know we can't always rely on those, but they do give you somewhat of a barometer of what happened in that fight. I know Sam Solomon threw 100+ more punches than Dominic Wade. He landed about, I believe the final count was him landing 98 punches to 74 in favor of Sam Solomon, and the percentage was about 1% in favor of Wade. So that was a close fight. In fact, it was a split decision. And what I bring up this fight not to crack on Dominic Wade, because we see guys all the time struggle with journeymen. It happens all the time in boxing. And you know, Sam Solomon, you know, he puts on his pants like anybody else. So with that being said, you know, Dominic Wade is in for a world of hurt. And if he's able to beat Golovkin, I think this will be one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. I think you gotta put it up there with, you know, Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas, because here we have Golovkin, a pound-for-pound fighter, top 5 pound-for-pound, easy money, fighting a guy who really is not ready for Golovkin at this stage. Doesn't have the power, has never really knocked out even like a solid gatekeeper type of guy. He's really just padded his record with a lot of guys, you know, because he's at that stage where he's building up. He's not at that stage where he's fighting opponents at that top class level. But he had to take the world title fight, and you got to give Dominic Wade a lot of credit, because a lot of even the top guys at middleweight want no parts of Gennady Golovkin. So it is what it is. But I'm going to leave you guys a link where you can find the screenshot of his resume if you haven't checked it out for yourself. Just go look at his resume. Hey, I think Dominic Wade's in big trouble, man. But that's why we watch the fights, because we just don't know what will happen. This is boxing. He can always go in there and land that one big shot and change the whole fight. So I wish Dominic Wade the best of luck. He's going to need it. Judging by resume, I don't think he's ready for it. But let me know what you guys think. Is Dominic Wade ready for his fight with Gennady Golovkin? Do you think the previous fights he's had leading up to this point have prepared him enough for what he's going to deal with against Triple G? Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. And you could love me or you could hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.